What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie988 coming at your live once again through the power of the internet. Today, a video game got announced by the official PlayStation account. That trailer immediately got deleted because people did not like what they were seeing. This video might be fairly negative. This game seems to be very polarizing. So, fair warning going into it, you might not like what I have to say. I'm going to be a little rough on this one. So to start off with, the name of the game is Gamer Girl, and this is about as tone deaf as you can get because this phrase is a phrase that most people just don't like, and I can tell you why they don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Yes, I'm a gamer. I play video games. When I call myself a gamer, it's shorthand for I happen to play video games. But playing video games is not a personality trait, okay? And being a woman that plays video games doesn't make you special. Yes, people play video games. Women play video games. People play video games the same way we watch movies, or watch TV shows, or read books. It's not a personality trait. Stop defining people that way. Secondly, it's a full motion video game, an FMV game. And why is it most of the FMV games that have ever been made are just terrible? I mean, its core concept is just a choose your own adventure game. I read a bunch of those choose your own adventure books when I was a kid. There's nothing wrong with that concept, but it seems like everybody that wants to make one of these, like Super Seducer 1 and 2 or Night Trap, they always choose just some of the stupidest controversial topics for this stuff, and just they never get it right. This game certainly doesn't, I don't think. Now, the folks over at Wells Interactive are the people who made this game, and they took to Twitter to defend the game by saying it's about the impact user comments and actions have on a streamer's mental health and well-being. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've experienced that. I've dealt with that. But maybe we shouldn't make video games about that. Maybe we shouldn't gamify that. Maybe if we want to have a discussion about that, I'm all for it. But I don't know if this is the right way to create that discussion. And if you do decide to make that video game, you're going to have to be really good at it. You're going to have to nail that message. Look at this guy's response, for example. He says, as someone who's experienced with fiction and nonfiction writing, I can see what you were going for here, but as a film editor, I can tell you, you goofed up. The message is not being conveyed in that trailer at all. It looks like a mockery or a fantasy of what you think. And according to the trailer, it looks like there's this young gamer girl. That's her personality trait. She plays video games. That's what she wants to be known for. And that makes her special. And you play as a moderator for her. You basically get to simp for her in real life, except, it's not like in real life. In real life, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars to keep her attention. In this game, you only have to spend $20 to buy the game. But these decisions, they're not just simple stuff like she's her own dress-up doll. You're not going to change her clothes or determine where she goes. No, this is life or death. Apparently, she meets some guy named Jack who was in her stream at one point, and I guess at the end of the game, based on the trailer, it looks like Jack may end up killing her based on the decisions you make. Really different from the way they're defending this game. This trailer does not do a good job of explaining what this game is supposed to be. It does not look like a positive message. It looks like a very, very negative one. And based on the description of the game, it looks like you'll actually be trying to, as a moderator, defend her from the threat she faces by an anonymous predator who hides in her chat. Basically, every streamer's nightmare, not just every girl streamer's nightmare, is put in the tweet here. Literally every streamer is terrified that one of the people pretending to be monsters in their chat turns out to be an actual monster. And I guess that could just be how they're advertising it, like, oh, look, here's this murder mystery style game. And then when you get into it, it is actually a very positive message, and it is a very positive thing. But then nobody's going to like that. It's the same with Last of Us 2 putting Joel in its trailers, and then you get home and that's not the game you get to play. You really shouldn't advertise a game like that, or you shouldn't defend the game. You shouldn't pick one or the other. Pick one or the other. Either it's a fun murder mystery game that's just really tone deaf, or it's a social positive game that pushes the envelope and starts the conversation. You really can't have both here, I think. But those are my minor gripes with the game. I mean, the game is allowed to exist if it wants to. It just seems like a not very good one. But there are a lot of different takes. I mean, this game seems to upset just about everybody. First off, you've got guys like this one who say that people would rather blame this on female streamer harassment than blame female streamers who actually act like this on stream, because giving into the Belle Delphine e-thought culture makes a lot more money than actual gameplay. The consequence is that these girls are being harassed. So first off, I hate that take. a lot. I disagree with it because it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter if you sexualize your content or not. It doesn't matter. If you put yourself out there as a content creator, you are going to get harassed. That's how it is. It's not because you're female or male. It's not because you're sexualized or not. It's because you exist. That's what people use the internet for. A lot of crazy, broken, miserable people just harass other people. That's their hobby. If you decide to get online, that's something you're agreeing to. And don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the victims here. I'm just saying that that's part of the deal. I hate it. I hope we can change it one day. I hope we can fix it. But if you know you're going to be harassed anyway, why not go ahead and put on a short tank top? Why not go ahead and sexualize your content and make as much money as possible? If you're going to get harassed, may as well get paid to do it. Now, takes like this, though, I really enjoy because instead of just saying, you choose her adventures, you choose her life, you choose the amount to pay for feet pics, you control her Amazon wish list, you co-sign for her new house, you pay for her bathwater and novelty condoms, you choose the donation message. You are the simp. Get on your knees for Gamer Girl. And that's a take I can kind of get behind because whereas just about every content creator streams and every content creator does sponsorships and sells you stuff or sells you merchandises or will take direct donations via Patreon or Super Chat, every content creator does that. There is a bit of a toxic culture of people who get too obsessed with that. They spend too much money. They become too obsessed with the streamer. They spend way too much time and effort thinking about those people, dealing with those people, obsessing over those people. And this game seems to not only glorify that, but put you in that position. It's Simp Simulator. You should not be that person. There's nothing wrong with donating to a creator every once in a while, but when you're donating thousands of dollars, there's a problem. And it's a problem that both you and that creator share. But the most concerning take I have here, and the one that I think I'm seeing most frequently, is that this allows men to play out their fantasies of controlling female streamers, just what the world needs. Here's another one, just what women need, a game that encourages men to feel even more entitled to their lives. And that is probably one of the more interesting takes because one of the most toxic parts of being a content creator is that viewers do tend to blur the line between whether or not you're just a content creator or whether or not you're their friend. And this gets worse as people feel entitled towards you. They feel like they can tell you what type of content to create, what games to play, how to live your life, what to do. And then once people start spending hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars on your live stream, they feel entitled to so much more. They really feel like you owe them something because they gave you so much of themselves. They feel like you owe more than the entertainment you provided. And don't get me wrong, you can't just blame the viewers here because that is a two-way street. There are plenty of creators out there who encourage that kind of giving, and they are trash, garbage human beings. They will lie and manipulate to try to get that kind of money from you, giving you the illusion that maybe if you give enough, you'll be a moderator of mine one day. Maybe if you give enough, you and I can be friends. Maybe if you give enough, you and I can date. Maybe you'll get to see me naked. Maybe you'll get to take part in my personal life. I'll give you my phone number. Maybe we'll even make out. People who do that are obviously human garbage, though, so I feel like they're far and few between, but it does happen. But of all the takes, I think Gene Pop gets it right more than anybody. He says, this looks so cringe, but honestly, it's going to be fun to see people stream this when it comes out. Just like Super Seducer or any of these other bad games, it might be so bad, it travels into fun territory, at least fun to watch. I don't think anybody should be spending their money on this game. So there it is, one of the most tone-deaf games to come out ever. At absolutely the worst time for it to come out too. Polarizing in every way. I don't know who the target demographic of this game was supposed to be. I don't know what you were trying to achieve with it, but whatever it is, I can tell you it looks like, based on this trailer and the reaction to it, you have failed utterly. Back to the drawing board. Or release it anyway. I mean, if you release it, I will definitely stream this for the lulz and the cringe.